it is sensible to question all of life and to pick at it and try to find the truth, right? But it is not sensible to just say, anything I cannot see myself, anything I cannot detect myself isn't true, or I'll always question it, just be like, it is not sensible to say, oh, if I can't, study it myself, that means I'm not going to believe anything. I'm just going to stay neutral until I find it. That's not sensible, because then what are you ever going to know, and what are you ever going to believe? Because so many of us just go about our daily lives like we're not in any field of science or anything. We're just, I mean, there are people that are, but most of us just work at a restaurant or whatever. We just have regular lives. So like, it's about that balance, like learning the truth, but also like sometimes we have to fact check things from actual studies in different things. We can't just all know everything based on our own eyes and experience, right? It doesn't work that way. We won't ever know what to believe. And I know it's not smart to just take everything immediately from like what is said by most, oh, what do the majority believe, so this is what's right. You have to question existence, question everything around you, but also form opinions and also compare and contrast and try to find what's correct, and don't just never believe anything, right? Oh, it's like, I mean, like a big one, climate change. Do you really think all of these experts are stupid as fuck? Do you think that this is a conspiracy? Like, what would leftists, what would Democrats get from that by paying people to create a climate conspiracy? It's like insane to believe shit like that. If you do not believe in climate change because you can't test it yourself, even though you can at home, you can do like experiments for children, you can do things that simulate the greenhouse effect, right? You can do that. So there's at least that, but still some people, it's not enough, and they'll say climate change is possibly a hoax because, oh, I've got to be on neutral with it because who knows who's lying and who's not. Don't be like that. Climate change is real. It exists. We need to say, and even if it, why take that chance, right? Why take that chance? Something as big as that, why would you take that chance? Don't you think that, having cleaner energy is a smart choice anyway? Don't you think that having, like, maybe some cities built with everything within distance, maybe some high speed trains that are, you know, less polluting and everything, having different things, less pollution, less consumption of meat and all that. Sorry, really sorry. But yeah, like, don't just say that, like, you can never know anything. There are people out there that spend their lives determining what there is to know. They're not all liars. Some of them are. Some of them aren't. Determine what makes sense and see, what is real. It's, some of it's just gonna be like, throwing all your, I was gonna say eggs in a basket, but it doesn't really make sense. It's like, not all, that doesn't make sense. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm not good with puns anyway. But like sometimes you're just gonna have to put faith in things, and it's like that Sunny episode with like faith in with where they question evolution and everything. Yeah, yeah. Maybe have faith in the science and the information, because what else can we do? We're not the ones studying the shit. You have to form opinions on certain things without your own evidence, without your own experience. I mean, but then we can study certain things ourselves and we can say, hey, what really makes sense? Or you can just do the homework. With the internet, so much is possible these days. Just really spend a lot of time looking at fucking statistics, looking at what adds up, what makes the most sense, and then form an opinion that way. Because it's not all lies. There's a lot of bullshit. I mean, you can find lies. You can find people that lie about different. I've seen it. I've seen plenty of stuff where it's like somebody just like reports something totally bullshit on the other side of things. It's like, why are you lying about this? We can see on tape what happened, and we have spoken to the people about the events and determined what happened. This is bullshit. So really look hard at things, but form opinions, you know? Don't just say we can never know anything without seeing it firsthand. It's like saying, like, oh, there's no God, there's no afterlife, there's no existence of the soul because we can't see it, when that is something impossible to prove or disprove, right? Stuff like that, just leave it open. Certain things you don't need to form an opinion on. Like, that's why I'm agnostic. That's why I'm, in so many ways, agnostic. Like a lot of people. It makes sense. I mean, it's the logical way to go, because what can you do? There are so many mysteries to life. Like I said, I've had sporadic extrasensory perception. I have dreamt the future. What causes that? What causes us to dream the future? What causes so many mysteries in life? Why does each little universe have these black holes here, and everything's just like uniform but chaotic? And why does all this happen? What is reality? Could we be in an existence machine? Probably not, but who knows? Are there aliens tapping into... But yeah, just form some opinions. Sometimes just choose a side with some things. There's another good Pete Holmes thing. Sometimes just pick chocolate or vanilla. Pick, you know, this side. Like, pick something. Sometimes just, like, form an opinion and believe something, even without having the first-hand experience, because I don't want to tell people to do that all the time with everything. It's stupid. You don't want to be dumb. You want to be sensible, and you want to make rational decisions. But sometimes you follow other rational people to make rational decisions. You don't just wait until, like, you get the money to go to school for a certain thing to study. This is a long video. And then, oh, I finally learned it myself. I finally saw these things in a fucking particle accelerator. I saw it happen with my own two eyes. Now I can believe it. No. People have already done that. People have witnessed it. And they're not all liars. Again, find the right people. Form opinions. I love you all. Have good times. Take care of yourself when you're able to.